Hello everybody, I welcome you on behalf of Zeal College of Engineering and Research. My name is Shubham Banase. I am student of Civil Engineering Department. In project-based learning, today I am going to show you presentation on environmental impacts of COVID-19 pandemic under the guidance of Chandrasekhar Parab sir. So let's get started. Introduction. On late December 2019, in one city in China, as an unusual pneumonia was noticed with a link to an animal market that sells poultry, seals, and other animals to the public. This event was soon reported to the Health Organization, that is WHO. The casual microorganisms had been identified as a novel coronavirus that was named as COVID-19. COVID-19 as soon as spread to the other parts of the world. The World Health Organization had declared the situation of pandemic. Brief timeline of coronavirus pandemic. In January 30, India confirms first case that WHO declares the coronavirus outbreaks as a public health emergency of international concern. On February 28, infections spiked in Italy, Spain, France, Germany, and UK. Iran emerged as soon as focus point outbreak in South Korea. On March 25, PM Modi announces 21-day lockdown as COVID-19 toll touches at the number of 12. Decrease in travel. With entire population ordered to stay home, schools, offices and factories limited their activities, road traffic dwindled to a minimum. According to the IEA, global average road transport activity fell to 50% of the 2019 level by the end of the March 2020. Almost every country has seen a huge drop in road use. This has resulted in massive fall in the use of oil. Globally, the demand for jet fuel was down by 65% in as airlines reduced scheduled flight by 60 to 95%. As you can see here, there is major drop of decrease in travel due to COVID-19 in Berlin, London, New York, Paris, Shanghai. It is the graph near about 1 January to 1 May. Airline capacity hit by coronavirus. Schedule of seats. Here, here there is a major drop down of traveling passengers due to COVID-19. Less industrial activities. Key segments of manufacturing had started shutting down in response to the lock orders issued by the respective governments. In few months, demand for energy globally has fallen drastically. The International Energy Agency says that the world will use 60% less energy in 2020, equivalent to losing the entire energy on demand of India. The oil industry has ground to hit and as the demand has slumped, the coal use fell by 40% as China's sixth largest plant since the last. Impact of coronavirus pandemic on air quality. As traveling agencies also stop, transportation also stops, and other industrial activities also. That is why every waste which makes polluted to the air, water and environment which also stops. That is why a positive impact of coronavirus pandemic on air also can be seen. Due to coronavirus outbreak, impact of travel and industry, many regions of the planet as well experience a drop in air pollution. Air quality levels in the world major cities improved dramatically in March and April. Air quality is improved largely because reduced in factory and road traffic emissions of carbon dioxide, CO2, nitrogen oxide and related ozone formation and particulate matter. Carbon dioxide, that is CO2 emissions, dropped the most ever due to the COVID-19 crisis. Global CO2 emissions are expected to decline by 8% or almost 2.6 gigatons to levels of 10 years ago. Such a year-on reduction would be the largest ever, 6 times larger than the previous record reduction of 4 million tons in 2009 caused by the global financial crisis. As this is like this graph, so this is the graph between 5, 10 to 35 gigatons CO2 emissions And this is the graph over here. And this is the difference between the decade, one decade. But in 2020, there is a huge drop down of CO2 emission due to this pandemic. Aerosol levels in India. Every year, aerosols from anthropogenic human-made sources contribute to unhealthy levels of air pollution in many Indian cities. Aerosols are tiny solid and liquid particles suspended in the air that reduce visibility, can damage the human lungs and hearts. Some aerosols have natural resources such as dust storms, volcanic eruptions, and forest fires. Others come from human activities such as burning of fossil fuels and croplands. Human-made aerosols tends to contribute most of the smaller particles that have greater potential for the damaging human health. An anomaly shows how AOD in 2020 compared to the average from 2016 to 2019. This is clearly showing. This is the picture of 2016, 17, 18, and 19 and 2020. This is here, as you can see, arsenic levels is completely 99%. It reduces due to this less pollution, which is a very good impact on environment. Due to less pollution in air, therefore there is a very big positive impact on visible effects. First time in decade, 100 miles away from Himalaya, mountain ranges are visible from many North Indian states due to reduced pollution level. In Zeal, here as you can see from Jalandhar, Punjab, Pathankot, Punjab, Saharanpur, UP, the COVID-19 lockdown has cleared the air. Nepal, that so much for the first time in many years. Even Everest can be seen again from the Kathmandu Valley. Impact on water quality. For the decades, the hydrosphere has been severely polluted because rapid urbanization, industrialization, and over-exploitation. Because this industrialization and also releases many toxic and chemicals and waste, which is not good for health and environment, which is polluted the water. But during the lockdown, due to of all the factories and other transportation activities, the major industrial sources of pollutant that affect aquatic ecosystems such as industrial wastewater disposal, crude oil, heavy metals, and plastic have shrunk or commonly stopped. This result is improved water quality with the increase in dissolved oxygen and reduced nitrate concentration. Therefore, the level of pollution has been so reduced to some extent in large water bodies, which makes like a self-healing activity in environmental act due to this COVID-19 pandemic. Here also view of Yamuna River from Delhi. That is the picture of 21 March 2018, and this is the April 8 and 2020. This picture clearly shows how nature healed itself due to COVID-19 and the stoppage of pollution on impact on environment, which stopped due to lockdown, shows a very positive impact. The quality of water in Yamuna has improved along the Delhi stretch during the national-wide lockdown compared to the April last year, according to the report by the Delhi Pollution Control Committee. Need for action, which is must and main purpose of my presentation. Attention must be given to the threats on the environment and natural resources basis as result of the coronavirus pandemic. Need for environmental action when economics reopen. Now it is the time to realize the importance and sustainable environment. The repeat outbreak of pandemic like SARS, MERS, Ebola is result of climate change, desertification, loss of biodiversity, and illegal trading of wildlife, which is very wrong. In order to successfully avoid such as crisis in future, we have to respect nature and biodiversity. Government should also make development policies keeping in mind the environmental challenges. The coronavirus crisis presents the world with an opportunity to invest in clean and ensure a clear future. Conclusion: the reduced pollutant levels and replenished wildlife is a silver lining amidst COVID-19 crisis. It is an eye-opener for mankind, but this has a major humanitarian cost, taking a toll on both human life and economy. A long-term vision with targeted stimulus towards sustainable goals is the need of the hour. Many of the environmental challenges caused by the coronavirus crisis will gradually resolve on their own once the crisis comes to an end and previous levels economically activity resume. So this is my presentation which is about environmental impact of COVID-19 on environment. Thank you so much, Zeal College of Engineering and Research, which will give me a platform to such a project-based learning activity, learn more things, and thank you so much for Parab sir for guiding me. Thank you so much.